The corners come. So you will remember that if we have a chart like this, we can go into line charts. And when we go into line charts, all right, let me go into my tutorials and I'm going to use something like this. And then this is structure. All right, so let's close this. Now, when we this thing, let's say we're on the 4-hour, there are three ways of drawing support and resistance, right? One way, which is very, very simple, is that you look at the chart itself, and then you find areas where prices are respected, and then you can put a line there. For example, you just take a line like this one, and you find the most placed prices respected. So you can put a thick line here. Boom. So that's support and resistance. Again, do you remember the time we were learning the crypto one? This was how we used to draw support and resistance.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll just look at area of Bedford and put a line there. And then this one, Gamble, is now becoming a support. It was a resistance, resistance, boom, is now becoming a support. You know what I mean? Now, that is one way of drawing this thing. So we can also say here, at the bottom here, we can say that fine. We can take our line, a support and resistance line, and then put it at a place of best fit. So here, 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 all the way through. So when it broke, it became a resistant area. The support became a resistant area here. Respected became a resistant, respected. And then it respected here a little bit. I broke through. You didn't respect it again. Do you understand? So that's one way of drawing support and resistance lines, right? The other way, which is we can go into the line graph. Do you understand? And this way, I've taught you that before. Gideon, you remember? You go into the line graph. Gideon, are you there?
Yes, sir.
You go into the line graph, you look at where this one is hit. That one is hit. And then you can put a line on it. Or you look at this and that. And then you can put a line. So here and here is respected. Or you look at many places that it has respected. And you can put a line on it. So something like this area. Here, 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 here. And then that one you're using the line graph. And this line graph thing, that is what we used in doing the situation. So something like here and here. You know what I mean? But in creating situation, we did it differently. We wanted a place where prices respected up and prices respected down. You know what I mean? And that
Yes.
became our situation. You know what I mean? So with our situation, what then happens is that we were using support and resistances, but we're looking at where price as respected as a resistance, at the same time, price as respected as a support. So we will find something like this and something like, let me find one. Can we have one? Yeah. No. Yeah, I found one, but it's far-fetched. I think I found one here. Yeah, so we look at place like this, right? And a place like here. But that's not what we are looking for. We are looking at just support and resistances. So we're looking at places where prices respected. Do you understand? And the other way, which is finding situations, you can also use it as support and resistance. There are people who use it to trade. Do you understand? Now, the third way of finding support and resistances is the use of what we call zones. So zones, just like the way we were talking about drawing a line of our support and resistance at the top here, right? So whereby this respected that, we can rather decide to put a rectangle on it to cover that area completely. So what we are saying is we can cover this area completely. Do you understand? So when you're covering this area completely, it is still, this one is still resistant line. You know what I mean? But it is covering the area. You know what I mean? So like this line was just not touching a lot of places. It was only touching the tops of the candle, but this one covers the whole area. Then you know that the area is the resistance, not just one line. Do you understand? It's the whole area. When it comes to support as well, you use this thing to do the support. Do you understand? So it covers a whole area. So it covers this whole area, this whole area. You can even go further back. You see, it covers this whole area. So even though this thing broke through, it closed within the area. So you realize that we've not broken that level. Do you know what I'm saying? And that is what we call zones. So for the zones assignment, it is very simple. You go onto the 4 hour. Let me find the template. And then we'll do that. Yeah, your uncle is in the room. Stop crying. Bagus, can you hear your niece? Your come. She wants to eat banku.
Oh, I'm Federici.
Yeah. And I'm putting the okra. The okra has not been done, but she wants to eat the banku now. What's your mom? Okay. Let me find the assignment. What's the assignment? Confluence zones. Template. Trend line break. Confluence zones template. Yeah. So I found it. So let me just tell you the assignment and then we will pick things up from there. Okay. Find and mark 5 zones on the 4 hour, 1 hour, and then let's use 15 minutes because we'll be trading in 15 minutes. Let's go to 15 minutes. If you want 30 minutes, it's fine, but in 15 minutes. So this is the assignment. So let me explain what that means. Yeah. And I'm coming. So when you go into the 4 hour, like this, right? You find a support like that and draw a zone there. Yeah.
Okay.
That is 1. And then this one is 2. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
So when you draw this one like that, for example, you draw this one. Let me go and hide this for you. Then you go. This is in the 4 hour. Then you take a picture and then you go and pick the link. And then this one goes off. The next one is that one. You understand? You go take a picture. That's 2. So in the 4 hour, you're doing this one could be another one here at the top here. You see this area. You see respected, came down, respected the area again. This is 3. Very, very easy work. Do you understand? You can then you take the picture. Look at here. You see, so we broke the level, retested the level, boom, up. Came, tested the level up. Came, tested the level up before we broke down the level. So this one is a support zone. It's a zone. We could, you see, like the way we could have used this to do it. You see, this one, it broke through. But you see, this one, this zone covers a wider area. It tells you that we've not broken fully. You understand? Because we came back up, retested it, boom, we can trade this. Do you understand? So that is the zone. So the zone that we are looking at is on the 4 hour, you do 5. And then you take the pictures and then you go to the 1 hour. You understand? And then you go and find another 5 in the 1 hour. You understand? What I want you to do is once you've done it, just send it to me. And this one, you can easily do it on the pair. So each pair. So when you come to the 1 hour, you see this here, there's an area of this thing. This is a resistant area. Here too is a resistant area.
Yes, sir, please draw a zone on this one. Let me see.
So you take something like that. You want it to touch as many areas as possible. So I'm
Okay.
coming. Give me a minute. I can push it down. You see, and it's touching. What I normally would use, the 1 hour, I use the blue zones. The 4 hour, I use the green zones like this. 1 hour, I use the blue zones. Blue zones like this. Do you understand? Even if you look here, you can draw 2 and then use it as one of the assignments. Here, see here and here, this area. Because when he goes into the future, you see, we came here, we retested, and then we came down. We broke up, but we didn't close up. Boom, and then we came down again. So for example, imagine you're going to trade this up. This is zone that you can respect. You see, this zone was being respected carelessly. Yeah, they respected it. Broke through the zone, came, respected the zone, boom. You know what I mean? So all this area is a zone. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
If you are having a problem, you like just do maybe one pair and then send it, and then we'll review. Do you understand? And then once you've done it, so you do one pair, the 4 hour zone, 5 of it. Then you come to the 1 hour, you do 5. So 5. So this one you can do just this and that as one, and then you come. You see this area itself, there's a zone here. You can find one, or even here at the top here, there's a zone here. You can find one here, and then you can draw it. You see, normally you want me to draw it. You see, you take your rectangle, boom. You see, here, and this one it didn't reach there. So because it didn't reach here, this is also another zone on its own. Do you understand? You don't force a zone. It's a zone on its own. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't force the zones. Like you see, you can see clearly that this area and this area is a zone. Do you understand? If it's not clear, you leave it, because sometimes where the zone cannot meet the requirement, the trend line will meet the requirement for you. Do you understand? So like that, here is a zone. I can extend it all the way in. You see, boom, zone, boom, all zone. It came and retested it, boom, back again. You know what I mean? So the zone just it helps us also as well as the trend line. You know, so here, these are all zones. So for example, you can put one here. PK,
Yeah.
how you gonna take over with the zones? Where you be zones champion?
Oh, you know how he's a dude.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know that.
You see, so that's it. And then when you finish, you go into the 5 minutes. So I'm gonna cut the chart from here. You go into the 15 minutes or the 30 minutes. It's up to you anyway. You see, the 15 minutes too, you can see like clearly there are zones all around here. 15 minutes, we use the purple. So like, let's say here, right? And then we use the color that we would use, purple. So this one is the purple 15 minutes. You see, so 4 hour is green, 1 hour is blue, and then the 15 minutes is purple. So you see, it came. So when it comes and it retest, if it gives you a rejection, you're in the trade. So this one is sideways. Can't retest to give you you're in the trade. You know what I mean? And then you can get something like a break and a retest. Even if you scale down to 5 minutes, you see how big it looks in the 5 minutes. You can get something like break and a retest, yeah? See? Break and a retest, boom, you're in it. You're trading. You know? Here, break and a retest, you're going up in the sideways. So break retest, boom, you're trading up. Where would you take a profit? Pull Fibonacci. Comes, it takes you up. And then these are all part of the assignments anyway. When you get there, you see what I mean. So here, you see how it respects the top exactly nicely. So you go into the trade here, boom. You see, so your stop loss should be possibly under here. Hey, Godwin, are you talking?
No, sir. It's
Who's talking
Sam.
about you? You know what I mean? Then straight. You go hit your
Yeah,
profit.
validate.
Ratio 3:6. Saladi, we should learn this thing serious. Look at this.
Yes, sir.
Look at this, Piquet.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can see
that's
this thing
beautiful.
easily.
Oh.
It be
Yeah.
very, very, very serious strategy.
Be serious. Be serious, Charlie.
And look here like that. If your trend line wasn't clear, something which when I was watching this thing, I learned, and it was simple. It said adjust your trend line. You see, say you adjust your trend line, you can't get the opportunity here. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Once you've
Yeah.
adjusted your trend line, boom, you came and you got the opportunity here, clean. And so you might not have been able to go into the trade, but you could see that we got a clean break and a retest here. And then you go into the trade. And then you will draw your fib here to here. Then it tells you where it will end. It's as simple as ABC. So you draw your fib here to here the start. You see, we retrace on the 618. So we should be going to this thing. Possibly, if we finish playing this chart, we could just go there. And the next day come, boom, you see, we go there. You see, it'd be like game. This thing looks like a game to me, actually. That you know how things should play out, and boom, straight 618. 0.3. So even if you're tired, it's okay, fine. You don't want to wait. Take it on the 2 points. It's more than enough. It's just more than enough. And all you're looking at 2%, 2%, 2%, 4 times, you've done it. In 2 weeks or in a week, you could have just do this trade. So in a month, just do your 10%. And then start scaling up your capital. That's all it is. You're good. Okay, so Godwin.
Sir.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'll send you this video. And then
Okay.
we'll pick things up from there. Okay. So guys, let me leave you guys, huh?
Okay.
All right. Bye guys.
Bye. Bye.